Good morning, Lily. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm hanging in there. We had a rough start in my other class
How come?
because they didn't do what they were supposed to do and they were not talking to me. So, but it's okay because this class is going to be so much better, right?
Yes, because I was having problems with the homework last night.
Okay.
I was struggling.
Yeah. And I opened that again till tonight. Did you see that?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely need to do it.
And there's not a ton of that on the test. So
Okay.
you
I
should be
didn't.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the
There's,
only like the Z chart things just scare the hell out of me because it's like that giant chart. I'm like, oh god.
that's okay. We'll talk about it today and it won't be too bad. And I think I even have a video on it too that I was going to send out too that might help. Like a video I made.
Okay.
So not just a random more video or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah. I felt like some of the videos, like didn't like when I was doing the homework, didn't really have like I don't know if it was like the videos were for different problems, but like some of them felt like they didn't really like match up, you know?
Okay, if you ever have that, make sure you write down which question it is. So
Mhm.
then, because I haven't viewed every video on every question. And if that's the case, then I can change it out. But if I don't know it, it's hard for me to change it.
Yeah.
So if you run across it again tonight, Matt, just make a note of which question. Like if it's in S6 question 13, let me know.
Or
Does everybody have their review with them? Their statistics review? You might not be done yet, but do you have it? Okay. And maybe you got some of it done. Did anybody get some of it done? Yes. Okay, good.
Most of them. But I have a question about review question 11.
Oh, good. We're going to go over it in just a minute.
Thank you.
So review question 11. I'll make sure I write that one down. Oh, that's the one with the dogs, that one?
Yes.
Okay, we'll talk about it in just a minute. Let me make sure everybody gets here.
Okay.
All right, so before we get into, I know we want to go over question 11. I also wanted to go over the exit ticket from yesterday. I thought that might be helpful. And does anybody have a shirt they want to share? I know some of you are like, we don't have time to share shirts. Like, let's get to this review. I don't know what is happening right now. It's okay. We'll be quick to share. Okay, well, I'll share my shirt. It's not very exciting today. My sister worked for Foothills. Sorry, Foothills. I don't even know why I said that. Flagstaff Unified School District. And Flagstaff Unified School District is called FUSD, right? And they made shirts every year for like their theme for the year. And this, I think this is from, I don't know when it's from. It's a long time ago. It's when my sister worked there, and so their theme for this was, you probably have seen this shirt, I'm guessing. It says, "I teach, what's your superpower?" So it was kind of a fun motto for that year, and I would visit them so very often. So, and man, I don't know about you, but K-12 teachers right now, I feel like they are superheroes. I don't know how they're doing all this craziness that is happening. So I don't know how you would teach in a room with kindergartners with masks on and try to keep them away from each other. That sounds like a nightmare, right? So
I'd be playing Lego Star Wars on a different tab on my computer.
yeah. So I don't know how people do the things, the teachers. So I do think they're superheroes for sure. So anyone have a shirt there besides that? I'm fine if we don't. Zevi, what's your shirt?
It's Guns N' Roses.
Oh, cute. Nice. Oh, Lee has one. Oh my gosh. So cute. Love it.
I don't have a shirt, but I have something that I would love to test out and see how it looks.
Perfect.
Here,
Show
can I get
us.
it? All right, 1 sec.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. All right, everyone just. All right, how do I do this? Okay, yeah. Okay, all right, like that. All right, how does that look? Wait, there we go. Ah,
It looks super cool.
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like doing that.
Love it. Thank you for sharing. It just makes me want to get out all my Lego minifigures that we have in our house. I feel like they should be on display somewhere, right? We probably have too many
True.
bins and bins of them. Yeah, super fun. Okay. I know we're having tech issues across the board, so I get it. I think most of you finished your Respondus lockdown browser and you checked your links in there too, so you could find those calculators. I'm hoping you did as much of the review as you could. Yes? The statistics review, I hope you're not starting right now. Right? I mean, if you are, it's better than not starting at all. But this day is much more useful if you've already done a lot of your review or started on it. That being said, I want to go over the exit ticket from yesterday because almost everybody got it wrong. And then I know Ruki wants to go over number 11. And then we're going to talk about how we will go over the stuff, the things. Let me find that exit ticket. I should have that exit ticket somewhere. Interesting. Must be in here. It is. Okay. So here was your exit ticket from yesterday. You filled out what class you're in, what your name is. How many of you did not read this? Hint for the problem below. Find the z-score first. Then use the table to find the area. Pay special attention to whether you're looking for the area to the right or the area to the left. You can use the table below to help you. Then there was a formula. Then there was the z table. And then here started the question. Did anyone skip that hint? Yeah, a couple of you might have skipped that hint. So I don't put extra things on there. Please read them. Okay, because that was supposed to help you. So the first thing we wanted to do was find the z-score, right? So I gave you the formula for the z-score right here, x minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So get the z-score ready in the chat right here for, it says a variable is normally distributed with a mean 52.5 and a standard deviation 12.6. Find the area to the right of 40. Let's go to 3 decimal places with your z-score. So get it ready in the chat. Just don't hit her yet. Does everybody have it ready? Their z-score ready? To 3 decimal places. Let's try it. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. I got one from Tashina and Josh. Okay, and Zevi. Here they come. Okay. So you know how to find the z-score. You did 40 minus 52.5 divided by 12.6, and you got that negative 0.99 something. So then you go to your z-table. That wasn't your answer because that's just the z-score. And the question said, find the area to the right. So when you're looking at this z-table, notice that you're trying to find the closest z-score to negative 0.99. What one will you use?
.4, or wait.
You're looking for the z-score that's closest to negative 0.99. So if you look at this table, do you see how you have negative 1 and you have negative 0.95? Which one's closer to negative 0.99?
Negative 1.0.
Yeah, negative 1.0. Does everybody believe that that's closer than negative 0.95? All right. So the number that's written there is, and I can't write on this doc right here. So, but the number that's written here is 0.1587. Do you see that? 0.1587. But that's not your answer either. Why not?
Because the graph is.
Oh, you mute yourself. Say it again. Start again. You muted yourself again. I don't know what's happening.
Sorry. The problem was asking for it to the right and not to the left.
Yeah, and the table gives you the value to the left. So how do we find the area to the right?
Looking the nearest numbers.
No, it tells you. How do I find the area to the right?
It's just 1 minus area to the left.
1.
There you go. It's 1 minus the area to the left. So you do 1 minus 0.1587, and that will give you the area to the right. So what do you get when you do 1 minus 0.1587? Very nice, Lily. 0.8413. And that's the answer to this question. So do you see how there were a lot of steps you had to do? First, you had to find the z-score. Then you had to go to the table and find the number in the table. Then you had to do 1 minus that value. So there's a lot of work to do there. Yeah, and if you're looking for extra practice on this, this is what you were doing in S6, right? On your homework last night, which is open till tonight now. Okay, that S6 homework's open till tonight, just like all your other stats homework. If you want even more practice on this, you could do the extra credit assignments, right? Of the basketball heights or the quizzes, because I have some of these in both of those. And I'm also going to find a video to send you as well. That is me doing one of the problems for more. That might help you. Okay. All right. So that's the first thing I wanted to go over. Now, the next thing I want to go over is just some logistics. And then we'll go over number 11, and hopefully you have your statistics review with you. Don't forget to finish that review and submit it by tonight. It counts as a grade. Okay. You also have all your homework you can finish, and you have some extra credit. But don't do the extra credit until you get all those other pieces done. Take our test, remember, you're going to take your test through Lockdown Browser. So you're not getting on Zoom tomorrow, right? Do not get on Zoom tomorrow. Make sure you're ready at 10:30. So don't turn your computer on at 10:30. That's a bad idea, right? Turn on your computer well before that so it doesn't do some weird update or something. And then you can even get in your lockdown browser. And then right at 10:30, you can open it and start because you don't want to lose any time on that test. You're going to need all the time on the test. Okay. If you log in late, you're just cutting your test time short. It doesn't give you any extra. It's still going to close at 11:30. Okay. So be careful. After you finish your test, don't forget to upload your written work. If you don't upload your written work, I change your score to a 0. Yes? So upload your written work and make sure you show me all your work. You do not have to copy down the question. Okay? So just show me all your work. I'll be on Zoom if you have any tech issues, or if you finish and you just wanted to stop in and say, hey, I think I did pretty good, right? That's fine. Okay. You should have already completed the lockdown browser practice. Yes. So you already know your links work and everything like that. The only exception is if I've already talked to you and you're going to campus to take your test, right? Because you couldn't do that part. Okay. Then, do you see how I would like you to record it? So some of you, this is how you recorded your environment video. I watched them all, by the way. This is how you recorded it. That's your environment video. Did you get that? No, I didn't either. So don't do that. When you're recording your environment video, show me your environment. So take your time, show me your desktop. Yours will be very clean, not like mine, right? Show me the whole thing. Show me the room so we can see that there's nobody in your room with you, right? And then also show me your scratch paper. Yeah, that it's blank. You shouldn't have a formula sheet out. You shouldn't have your math notebook out. You should just have blank paper. It can be lined paper as long as it's just blank. Yeah. And also show me your calculator. If you run out of time in the environment video, you can do it when you start the test, right? And you can talk to me in the video too, right? I won't talk back because it's just recording you, but you can say, here's my calculator, right? Here's my blank paper, all of that. So you do not, and notice that right here, I can see the whole person and their work area, right? That might be hard for some of you on your desktops, but do your best. I don't want a video that's just this. Like, here's my face taking my test. That's not helpful, right? And this is not helpful either. Okay, taking your test like that. I need to see your workspace. So make sure you set it up so that's possible. I know it'll pop up and say it doesn't recognize your face because you're too far away, but this is how I need it. Okay. Hopefully you completed your statistics review, and I'm going to give you the answer key. So, but before, do you have any questions?
I do.
Okay, I'm ready, Matt.
So you just want us like before the test to, or like, do we want to print out the test and like do it on paper and have like our?
You can't print out the test. It won't let you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It won't let you print out the test. So you'll just answer. I mean, you're going to show me your work on the paper.
Okay.
Okay.
'Cause I was just thinking if I had to like have my laptop over there and like, try and look at the test while I'm doing.
No. Make
Well,
it
no,
so
I
you
mean-
can still see it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at number 11. I have the statistics review here. So let's look at number 11. Number 11 says a survey. Can you still see my screen, I hope? Okay. A survey of 450 dog owners in the US gave the results that are in this graph. You use the percentages in the bar graph, calculate the number of dogs named Spot in 1960. round to the nearest dog. Write your answer in a complete sentence. So it says spot. And so we're going to go like right here and we're going to see where this is. So what percentage did you say spot of dogs were named Spot? It's between 20 and 25.
I
What do you
guess
think?
23.
Okay, perfect. So if you take 23 as a percent, that's 0.23, and we're going to multiply it by 450. So we're finding 23% of 450, which would be 104 dogs. So in 1960, there were 104 dogs named Spot. In this survey that we did. Does that help, Ruki?
Can we also go over number 16 to make sure I did right?
For sure. Did that one help you though?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, does anybody else have questions on number 11? Are you okay? Okay, let's look at number 16. Sorry about my dogs. I don't know what's. Okay, number 16 is talking about box plots, and notice 16 and 17 both talk about box plots, right? And box are always with a 5-number summary, and they start at the left, and they start with your min, then Q1, then your median, then Q3, and then your max. So we're going to read this and it says, Cassandra makes the median salary for an actuary. So Cassandra makes this much right here. So how much money does Cassandra make?
I found 95,000.
Yeah, $95,000. So $95,000 is what Cassandra makes. It says Holly makes the median salary for a CPA. So Holly makes this much. So how much does Holly make?
$70,000.
So who makes more money?
Holly makes, Cassandra makes $25,000 more.
So Cassandra makes more and she makes $25,000 more. And that's because you subtracted these two. Perfect.
Thank you.
Good. Yep. Okay, how many of you finished the review? Raise your hand if you finished the review.
I actually had a question for number, I believe it was 8. I just needed to make sure I did that one right.
Sure. Let's look at 8. Oh, we haven't done this in a while. Relative frequency, right? So to find the relative frequency, you need to know how many total students there are. So you need to sum all of these. How many do you get all together?
I believe it was like 28 or so. Let me check it. Like 48.
Very nice. So total of 48. So to find relative frequency, what did you do, Josh?
So you just add them all up and then divide by however many students there were, right? Like, so let's say for the first one, it'd be 48 divided by 10, or 10 divided by 48 to get the percentage, right? The relative frequency.
Very nice. So 10 divided by 48, and that gives you 0.20833. And then it says round to 1 decimal place. So did you say 20.8%?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And then you would do the same for all of these, right? You would do 6 divided by 48, then 8 divided by 48, then 10 divided by 48 again, 5 divided by 48, and 9 divided by 48.
Okay.
You have 12.5% here, 16.7% here, 20.8% here, 10.4% here, and 18.8% here. Is that what you got?
Yeah, that's what I got. Just want to make sure I did it right.
Excellent. Okay. So how many of you were like, oh, we were supposed to do the review? Is there anyone who forgot to do it? Forgot to start it yet? Admit it. Okay. Matt, Danessa, thank you. It's okay. I looked it over. That's pretty much not doing it, right? So that's fine because it's like looking at it. That's when people think they're studying when they're looking at things. It's not true. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, does everybody have the statistics review? Is there anyone who needs me to share it in the chat? Okay, I'm going to put you in your breakout rooms and I'm going to come visit your breakout room and I will give the key to those groups that are ready for it. And then if you have questions after I give you the key, you can totally ask me. Okay. And then for those of you that aren't quite done yet, I'll still come visit you. You can ask questions and then I'll when you need help, I'll come and help you. Okay. So let me see. Zebby, Lily, Lee. I don't know what is happening downstairs, but it's very exciting at my house right now. It's crazy town. I'm sure it's just the pool guy. Who is our neighbor. So that's why they'll be freaking out. And if you're finished and you're waiting for me, remember you have 2 extra credit assignments you could complete, right? So you can always do those, but don't do those until you're done with everything, right? Because all your assignments are open too.
I think I need a review because I think it's not on my computer.
Okay. Let me put it in the chat real quick and then I'll open up your rooms. And it is on Canvas too, just so you know, but I'll put it in the chat because it might be faster for you to get it. Okay, there it is. And I'm going to open your rooms. Hi, Zevi. Did you get kicked out?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You're with me. I'll put you back in there. If you keep getting kicked out, I can just leave you in this room too.
Okay, I think that was just once.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm in there again.
Thank you.
Yep.
I
Zach,
got
did it
everything to work. Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yay!
it for some reason, like the first time I did it, it just said there was no camera, but I went and did everything the same as last time, and it picked it up. So
Who knows? Sometimes I have weird issues with my external webcam too. I don't know what it is. It's bizarre, but
I also
weird.
fixed where normally my camera always kind of looked like this for some
Yeah,
reason, and it's
yeah.
because my TV is really thin, so
Uh-huh.
the camera like on the front it just falls over all the time.
Oh, okay.
But I actually kind of fixed it to where I can kind of keep it like this without it
Nice.
falling over.
Nice.
So
I have on my camera, it has a little like balancing thing. It has like a
Mhm.
little thing on the back, which makes it really easy. So, because mine's on my big display, I have a really display. So,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, good. How did you do on the review? Were you able to do any of those questions?
I'm halfway through onto the review.
Okay.
But otherwise they're all pretty simple, like from the homework sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I
for sure.
recognize all of them. So it's
Okay,
pretty
good.
much like how the layout of the test is gonna look.
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm going to put in the chat right now the key
Mm-hmm.
to the view. So, but don't look at it until you're really ready for it. It's also on Canvas for you. I
Okay.
just want to make sure if you want to check, you can. I can put you back in your breakout room. We're only going to stay in there like 7 minutes and then I'm going to bring everybody back up here. So it's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that works. Okay.
Okay. Sometimes we get lost in our breakout rooms. I don't
Mhm.
know why. Okay.
All right.
There you go.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. All right. I think everyone's back. Hooray. Some of you finished. That's awesome. And so now you can concentrate on any makeup work you have or extra credit and reviewing this before the test tomorrow. Some of you are at least on your way, right? Even if you're only on number 4 or so, that's okay. You're making progress, but you need to really dedicate some time because this is what your test looks like. There's no prizes on the test tomorrow. This test. So if there's something you can't figure out, you need to make sure you go to there or you send me an email. I do have office hours tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. that you're welcome to do. I did have a student, remember how we talked about meditating 10 minutes before a test can help you improve your grade because a lot of you get very, very anxious. That's very helpful. I had a student who would log on with me at 8 and ask me any questions, kind of get out her last minute fears, and then she would log off office hours and she would meditate for about 10 minutes, and she was in my 9 o'clock class, and then she did very, very well in my class. So that system worked for her. It may or may not work for you. I don't know. You do have access to the key on Canvas now, but I'll also put it in the chat for you in case you didn't get it yet. Now, don't cheat yourself and look at the key. Yes, if you turn in your review with work on it, like my key shows, you'll get your 20 points on the review, but that's not going to help you when you have a 132-point test tomorrow, right? That's worth a lot more. So don't cheat yourself and look at the answer key before you've really at all the problems, okay? So any questions for me before we go? Yeah. Make sure that if you do plan on a marathon study session, you don't wear yourself out, right? Because you still need to get some rest. So you have a review due tonight. You have all your more homework is open and it's also due tonight. Your PC reading quiz, that's not due till tomorrow night, actually. So that's due Wednesday night because we're going to start that on Thursday. And then you will have a statistics reflection, but it won't be due till Sunday. So we'll talk about that later. So any other questions for me? We have a few minutes. You want me to put the Z table in the chat? Okay, hold on one sec.
Are we allowed to use the Z table on the test or no? Or will it be provided on the test?
It will be provided
Okay.
on the test. Yep. So you
Gotcha.
you shouldn't have anything.
Oh, and then how is it going to work with those links that you gave us? Are we going to just be able to open them on like a sidebar or something?
Yeah, when you did your practice respondus, they were all there. Did you click them?
Yeah, I clicked them all.
Yeah. So they're going to open just like that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So that's why we did that practice to make sure they really all opened.
Okay.
There's the
Thank
Z
you.
table, Lily. I just put it in the chat if anyone needs the Z table. Also, some of you were trying to do the standard deviation question without the little calculator. That calculator is very helpful, that stats calculator. And that's one of the links that's available. So I can put that in the chat too if you want it. It will pop up, but when you're studying, it might help. Is there anyone that's just a question before we leave? Tashina.
Yeah, I have a quick question. So if we look at our statistics review, at the the last question, 21, I believe it was, there was a question in reference to deviations. It says, how much would a dog of this breed weigh if it was 2 standard deviations from the mean? In a
Yeah.
situation where you're not being specific, whether it's 2 standard deviations above or below, do you just want both answers?
Yep. So it's
Thank you.
either 65 pounds or 37 pounds, right?
Yes, ma'am.
On that one. Perfect. Good.
I have a question.
I'm ready.
So we'll use that lockdown browser thing. Do we have to open the calculator app before we open the lockdown browser, or can we still access it?
Yeah, it won't
Yeah.
let you open it before. Lockdown browser will close it. So, but if you open your lockdown browser and then you go in the test, it's the very first question and you'll see, then you can open all those calculators
Okay,
if you want.
perfect. Okay, got it.
Yep. Any other questions on the review or about the test? We have time. We have 10 minutes.
For my screen view, is it okay, like for the test? Because I know we talked about it in the beginning, and you're just saying not don't have our faces that close. But I don't have like another way to show my desktop.
You're okay as long as you just make sure you do a good environment first, right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Then you'll be fine.
Okay.
Good question though. I don't want that to stress you out, right? So just good environment and then don't worry about it. And if anything comes up, some of you have never taken a respondus test before. Let's say in the middle of the test, someone's knocking on your door because your mics are on, right? So I can hear. And like they will not stop knocking. And you like it's distracting you, or it's your dog or your cat or whatever, just look at the camera and say, you know, my dog is knocking my door, hold on, and then let your dog in or your dog out or whatever. Like, but just tell the camera. Like if you have to go to the bathroom, you hopefully you shouldn't have to because you have 60 minutes. It's you hopefully you've gone right before. But if you have an emergency, just tell the camera so I know what's happening. I had one guy who was taking his final exam and somebody kept knocking on his door like obsessively, and like he kept yelling, "Stop it. Stop it. I'm taking a test." And like it wouldn't stop. So finally he goes, "I'm so sorry. Hold on." And he walked over to the door and I could hear him, you know, saying, "I'm taking a test, final exam, leave me alone," and shut the door. And that's fine. Like I can hear all that. So it's totally fine. I don't want that to stress you out. I also had a student who started the test and forgot this calculator. And that's what they were practicing on. And they were like, "My calculator. Hold on." And they unplugged their laptop and ran down their stairs with their laptop in their hand and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's going to fall and it's going to be a disaster. So he did fine. But just so you know, I have all of that's recorded for a reason, right? So it's okay. It shouldn't make you panic. I have some students who talk to me like the whole time they're taking it. They're like, oh, this one's kind of hard. Not sure if I got this one right. I'm like, I'm not actually live chatting you or anything, right? Like
I
that's
talk
not
to
what's
myself.
happening. That it's totally fine. It's kind of nice that you're by yourself when you're taking it, right? So you can talk out loud. If we were in a classroom, I wouldn't let you talk out loud. So it's kind of
It's
nice.
just free entertainment.
You know, sometimes they are fairly entertaining. So, and sometimes people like when you guys take your picture at the beginning, you know, when it's like, here's your picture. Like some people are like, or some people are like, so feel free to do that. That's fine. It is kind of entertaining. Okay, so you feeling okay?
I have just one quick question.
I'm ready, Josh.
Okay, so it has to see my face during the test, right?
As it will, but you're okay, Josh. Like if you want to view it like that,
How am I
that's fine.
gonna, because it'll do the
Right,
thing where it'll like say, I can't see your face.
And you can ignore that message. Did you see you can make that stop popping up when you're taking it?
I did not know that. I will.
Yeah, there's a little thing that says stop reminding me that
Okay.
you can't see my face. And if you just click that, then that will go away.
Okay, but yeah, this view is good for me to be
Yeah,
able to
that
work.
view is
Okay.
perfect. That's great.
All right, cool.
And don't be stressed out about your view. I think you'll be okay, you know, everybody. Okay, I'm going to put the exit ticket in the chat. It's very brief. I also check my email all the time. So if you have a question about the review and you just can't quite figure it out and, you know, whatever, you're not going to tutoring or whatever it is, send me an email and I'll make sure I answer you. Okay. Okay, because I want you to do well on the test. We still have 5 minutes, so don't feel like you have to leave, but I'll just put that in the chat. I'll stay here if you guys have any questions. Like if you're like, oh, I was looking at number, I don't know, 10 and I can't do it. That's, you know, I can help you. Otherwise, I won't see you till Thursday. Okay, so have a great day. Don't log on to Zoom tomorrow, right? Just take the test.
I think I'm all set. I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
See you Thursday.
Okay.
Bye.
Jenny.
All right. Good luck, guys. I'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah. Good luck, guys. I think you'll do great. Just make sure you study.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
See you later.
Bye.
Hey, Roxanne, I have a question.
Yeah.
For number 17, how did you get the 25%?
Ah, good question. So let me share my screen. I think probably everybody's okay with that. So if we look
Thank you.
yeah, see you tomorrow, Brady. Okay, so 17. Remember, this is what people forget, Annie. People forget that they're called quartiles for a reason. Like a quarter is 25 cents. So each one of these sections contains 25% of the data, no matter how big or small it is. Since they are quartiles, each one of these is 25%. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so when you do this one, if a person's making a minimum salary for a construction worker, they're making that much right there. And then it says what they're making more than what percentage of teachers. That's how I got the 25%. Does that help?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's what we forget is those quartiles are 25%.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yep. Any other questions?